Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
PSS announces cuts in off-island travel starting next school year.
And the Tinian Joint Military Training Environmental Impact Report requests local input.
Also tonight, the 80th anniversary of the Japan-American conflict is remembered as an opportunity for peace.
And in sports, a word from our NMI team off to Palau for the mini games.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Can somebody please help me judge this chicken?
Juicy, seasoned.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the hair.
Now, who you think made this?
I don't know who cooked it, but they know how to cook.
Boom! Oh, McDonald's! Yes!
Are you serious? You don't like Mickey D's? Okay.
Guess what? I got something special for y'all. Double dip!
Cause that noise mean people who love make crispy strips.
How you feeling now? Yeah.
Caught in 4K.
Make crispy strips, man, from Mickey D's. They here for it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day CNMI, I'm Officer Gito. Driving under the influence of marijuana is against the law. Driving high can impair your judgment, motor coordination, the ability to concentrate, and slow your reaction time. Therefore, it can impair your driving skills. We are not out here to get you, we're out here to protect you. Don't drive high, CNMI. Drive high, get a DUI.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the CNMI Department of Public Safety.
I love Mariana's coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You are watching the Channel 2 News on June 27th from our studio high up on Capitol Hill.
Budgeting measures means funding cuts for travel for PSS employees. That funding could mean more professional development opportunities here. Commissioner of Education Dr. Lawrence Camacho suspended all travel of PSS employees beginning next school year.
The timing of it has nothing to do other than the fact that it needed to be done to begin with. We're going to start this in August. It still gives us enough time to kind of really shake things down. But it is good to alarm the community, our education community, that there's going to be change coming in the next school year, and it's not going to be the status quo on travel.
He shares that funding for travel is not stemmed locally.
The perception has been there's just so much travel, and there's a lot of spending to it. The other thing that people in the community does not understand is that no traveling within PSS uses any bit of any dollar from the local appropriations. All travel within PSS has been paid for by the federal programs that we have grants for.
Camacho says intentional operational cuts have been ongoing since he stepped into office.
Last fiscal year, going into this fiscal year that we're in right now, we knew we have to save, so we cut operations in half for all the schools in their budget. You know, I've asked the school administrators to go back and figure out ways to save money, come up with those cost-saving measures, and we actually came up with a lot of anticipated savings that we're realizing today because of what we did coming into this fiscal year that we're in now. So last year we were studying and we were kind of coming up with all kinds of travel we did not touch.
He adds that although he sees the value in sending employees off island for professional development, he hopes to bring that opportunity to our islands for the majority.
I think there's still a lot of opportunities to where we could shift the mindset and suspend all travel so that we work on getting those professional developments that are provided off island to come to the islands, and then for any savings, that cost saving measures that we gain from this suspension of travel, we're looking at where to reprogram those funds to for more enhancement of the learning for students.
William Abrazinskas, for now, is free from D.O.C. custody. That doesn't mean he is free. His future remains in limbo, pending a Commonwealth decision. At his status conference yesterday, the District Attorney's Office of the Commonwealth stated that they may choose to appeal the court's decision to grant a new trial for William Abrazinskas. After being found guilty of sexual assault and after 10 months of incarceration at the Department of Corrections, based on new witness testimony in court this week, Judge Pro Tem Elise Iriarte has granted Mr. Abrazinskas his request for a new trial. He has since been released on bail and placed under the constraints of house arrest. A new status conference wherein the Commonwealth will announce their decision has been ordered for August the 5th.
The NMI Little Leaguers are up to bat in Korea. Let's play ball. Today is day one for the 2025 Little League Baseball Asia Pacific and Middle East Regional Tournament held in Korea. The tournament spans from June 27th to July 3rd. The NMI team played against the Philippines this afternoon. Parents and loved ones in support and on the stands. This is what Dylan Barcinas looks forward to.
So I can make new friends, see new people, and just play ball.
Baseball is a team sport, and the boys are ready to represent.
I expect my team to play hard, just strive to win and have fun.
Work hard, play hard. More games this weekend against Thailand and Indonesia. Good luck, boys. Did you have the results for that?
No, but I have a scoop.
Oh, really?
But it's not a complete scoop. First inning, NMI 11-0.
Wow.
Just saying. An environmental impact statement has been presented regarding the proposed U.S. joint training facilities on Tinian, and public comments are still being requested. At the Hibiscus Room of the Crowne Plaza Hotel, 2 evenings this week were dedicated to open communications between the U.S. military, specifically the Marine training facilities being erected on Tinian, and the affected population of the CNMI. Mark Hashimoto, the Executive Director of Marine Forces Pacific, states the purpose of open communications.
So we are so glad that all of you are here tonight to help us with our 2 objectives. And I'm so happy that you're here to learn more about our project and to provide us with input about our proposed training project so that we can improve the draft environmental impact statement based on the comments that you provide.
Randy Sablan is the Political Military Affairs Advisor to the Marianas and Micronesia, headquartered in Guam.
Some 10 years ago, the Marine Corps proposed to build certain improvements and features for a range in Tinian, and at the time also was looking at Pagan Island as a potential range. And at the time it was highly controversial, and those plans didn't go over very well, so they decided to go back and consider all of the comments and the input from the CNMI community, and they've done that.
The Commonwealth Joint Military Training Project is here to present their proposed environmental impact statement and to collect suggestions for possible amendments.
It's now CJMT's is up to bat, so to speak, and they have done their work. They have reworked the proposed action, have different alternatives, different mix of activities that are proposed for the Tinian military lease area. And so that EIS is finally at a revised draft environmental impact statement. That's what's being presented here tonight.
The environmental impact statement helps inform about any potential damage that could be done to the island during the course of military training and to best minimize the effects on the land and the community.
It's very important for people to understand what the proposed action actually is, and that is contained right up front in the EIS. What the EIS does in large part is analyzes those actions against various different environmental resources, such as vegetation and forest habitat, groundwater, species, endangered species or other species, air quality, those kinds of things. But it also includes the human environment, the road system, how from a socioeconomic standpoint, the impacts of having this enhanced training would otherwise affect the community in Tinian and the broader area.
There are about a dozen poster stations positioned around the room, each featuring key island resource areas. Members of the community are asked to view the presentations and to ask questions of specialized military representatives. The military is here to collect comments regarding the proposed training facilities. Some were very specific, some more general. John Gonzalez, Communications and Policy Advisor for Governor Palau.
We respectfully ask for that assurance to ensure that our people can continue to live with a balance of supporting international peace and security, but equally important, maybe more important, is our survival.
Mr. Gonzalez cites that the military did make concessions previously due to community discussions.
For example, the access to our lands on our ocean from the original EIS in 2015, they originally had 14 sites for training. They're now proposing 2 sites. Yes, so that to me is a good faith effort by the United States D.O.D. to acquiesce and recognize that as quintessentially important for our people.
The military representatives have left the floor open to public comments via email at www.cnmijointmilitarytrainingeis.com.
First and foremost, it's our identity, it's our cultural homeland, it's our kinship, unshakable, unbreakable kinship to our land and our ocean for food security and survival as a people.
Coming up, a relic of war remembered through the lens of peace.
And Gloria is not just a song sung at the CNMI legislature. Stay tuned, you'll want to see this.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Hey golfers, it's Tony. Just wanted to let you know that this year's Handmade Charity Classic Golf Tournament will be on Saturday, July 26 at Lala West. You know, hole number 13, it's either a hole-in-one or a 6. Sorry guys. If you haven't registered yet, it's only $110 through July 11 plus $30 optional play. That's pretty good, huh? I may be retired, but you know, we're never too tired for golf. Oh, and thank you to all our sponsors. This year, we're supporting the Commonwealth Cancer Association. We appreciate you guys. So, don't miss the Handmade Tournament on July 26. Iwe, balesta later.
Now flying between Saipan and Rota, Micronesian Air Connections makes island travel safe, comfortable, and easy. Our Cessna Grand Caravan seats 9, offering comfort, space, and panoramic window views. With modern safety tech and experienced pilots, your 40-minute flight is as smooth as it is scenic. Whether you're heading to Rota for a serene escape or back to Saipan for business or family, Micronesian Air Connections is the connection. Book online today at flymax.com. Fly local, fly smart, fly Micronesian Air.
At Mariana's Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
But I think of you sometime. Want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us.
Here at KSPN2 News, we're using the latest technology to push boundaries, take viewers places they've never been, from the ocean to the land, and even into the newsroom.
Sakura, you're on camera 1, Dan camera 2, White Shots camera 3.
Camera 3?
And the shots we're getting these days, well, they're just incredible. New angles, new perspectives, part of our commitment to covering the Commonwealth. I'm not going to lie, there have been some setbacks and not everybody is always on board.
I can't work under these conditions. I'm a professional.
Half a day, NMI, Dan Shore has the night off. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
KSPN2 News at 6, you gotta watch.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go! Let's go.
Welcome back. You're watching the Friday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
80 years since the end of World War II and 100 years since the Japanese Bhuddist denomination was formed, the message of peace and remembering those who pass carries on today. On June 26, the Nempo Shinkyo Buddhist denomination held a service to commemorate the lives lost during the Battle of Saipan and to honor their ongoing commitment to peace and remembrance. The annual memorial service has been held since 2007 and halted for 5 years due to the pandemic. This year is the first year to hold the service since then. Shigeki Okazaki Tenorio translates for the head priest of Nempo Shinkyo, Ryoryu Okeya.
そして宗教、思想、国境、民族を超えてみんな友達になろうと説かれました。
The founder of Nempo Shinkyo always wore a battle cap as a reminder of the importance of peace and as a symbol of his vow that war must never repeat it. He taught beyond religion, ideology, national borders, and ethnicity, we should all become friends.
The head priest shares that the ceremony this year holds a special significance as it marks 2 major milestones: the 100th anniversary of the founding of Nempo Shinkyo and the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. Head of the Japanese Consulate Office in Saipan, Akiko Tejima shares her thoughts on war and peace.
私個人としてもそのことに大変心が痛み、無力感に苛まれることが多いです。
The war 80 years ago caused great pain and suffering around the world. Many people strongly believe that such tragedy should never happen again, but sadly, even now, some leaders still choose war, and many innocent people suffer. I personally feel very sad and powerless about this. As we remember the souls of those who died in the war and the deep pain the war brings, we must also remember that peace is not something we can take for granted.
The ceremony began with a dance, performed to the chanting of Buddhist hymns. Followed by floral tributes and the offering of 1,000 origami cranes. The Japanese tradition of folding 1,000 cranes is a symbol of heartfelt prayers for peace and well-being. Sutras were chanted to repose the lives lost at war, as an incense offering gestured prayers and remembrance for the departed. Speaker of the House Edmund Villagomez shares his appreciation for the Nempo Shinkyo service.
I would just like to thank the Nippo Shinkyo Buddhist denomination for actually continuing this visit to promote peace in the region, and not only in the region, but with all the conflicts we have in the world. It's very important to promote peace, but also to not forget the devastating history of wars.
Mayor Ramon Camacho says it's important for the youth to carry on these practices of peace.
It's a reflection, 80 years ago, and it's continued, and also, seeking the help of the Japanese leaders, to pass this down to the young generation. So the young generation will carry the torch of continuing this service and, build this permanent relationship.
What happens to a styrofoam cup at 10,000 feet below the sea? Let's find out. Superintendent for the Mariana Trench Marine National Monument, Dr. Sean McDuff, was aboard the Nautilus on a 22-day expedition last month, exploring the Mariana Arc volcanoes, mapping the seafloor, and discovering sea creatures in our local waters with other scientists and crew members. In addition to discovering new species and doing deep-sea research for the Marianas, McDuff conducted a little experiment inside the vessel.
This is what happens to styrofoam cups when you send it down to 10,000 feet. While I was on the Nautilus, I made 2 identical cups with words and drawings and scale bars. This is 1 centimeter, sent it down to about 3,800 meters, more than 10,000 feet. And when the cup came back, this is how big it was. So this is what happens at extreme pressures in the deep ocean. Things shrink, air gets pushed out, and it's a cool learning tool to see what pressure does in the deep.
Gloria Cavanaugh's luggage just got a little bit heavier after a farewell celebration at the House of Representatives. In excelsis Deo. In excelsis Deo.
Very nice.
Sorry.
I love it. Did you get that? Yeah. That was beautiful.
One day after receiving a symbol of gratitude from the Marianas Visitors Authority, Gloria Cavanaugh is celebrated at the CNMI House of Representatives.
I don't know how I actually deserve this, to be honest with you, but I'm so happy to have met all these people. Every single one of them I've had a moment with. All these people that I met, basically, they all have one thing in common. Whatever we did and however we struggled and however we fought, we didn't fight for ourselves. We fought for the CNMI and what was good for them.
Gloria is leaving the MVA just as a new board is being appointed.
It's very pleased, actually. It was kind of weird, though, because they had executive session and I was chased out. That was really good. But they have a fantastic board, with the new members coming in. Joe Guerrero was the appointed member, and then Dennis Seo, who's part of the Hotel Association, and then Chris Nelson. And so all three of those guys bring in such experience and such, ideas, whether or not it's not the same old. They're trying to work together to see, okay, we have this much. How are we going to make this work? How are we going to make sure that we spend properly so that it will be a big bang for your buck, because this is it. This is our last buck. And we're going to have to make sure that it's spent wisely. And so I'm very happy, actually, very excited, actually, for MVA and for the CNMI with the group of people that they have on the board right now.
Gloria and her husband Joe, she says, are not abandoning ship. They are simply finally fulfilling a family plan that has been on hold until now, that of pursuing the next chapter in their lives. Though times are challenging, she continues to have hope for the CNMI.
Hey, if we want to get out of this hole, we have to work together. And so, you see the hope just in the fact that, across tables, across party lines, across family feuds, people are talking and saying, hey, we need to do this together because it's only going to work if we do this together. So there's a lot of hope out there. It's just going to take some time. It's going to take patience, and it's going to take some finagling as far as, how to survive these times. But it will get better.
Coming up in sports, the youthful faces of Team NMI as they depart for Palau. Stay tuned. Next.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, dessert, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style. Location, location, location. Office space on Capitol Hill available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park. With natural light and ocean views, it's the perfect place for creative professionals. So upgrade your life and your working environment. Schedule an exclusive showing now. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! And Ali, we hear from the athletes on their way to the Rock Islands. The NMI team from 11 different sports events embark on their journey to represent the Marianas in Palau for the 2025 Pacific Mini Games. The events span from June 29 to July 9. Here are departing words from some of our athletes and coaches.
Tell my teammates I don't want to think of the race yet. I'll wait when I go down there.
I'm excited for not only me, but for everyone that's going. A lot of people haven't been to Palau on my team, so I'm excited for them.
Twice a day, early in the morning, late in the afternoon. Too hard. Thank God it's now over. Now I get to put it to work.
Closing in onto the games, the physical part, the hard part's already done. Now it's just really dialing in and being, more mentally prepared, more mentally ready.
It's just unreal. It's like out of a dream just to have all these people back and have the support system, have my parents. They're so supportive. I wouldn't be here without them, for real. So it's just unreal. That's the way to describe it, one word, unreal.
Since the beginning of April, we've been working 4 or 5 days a week, training hard. Really, these guys have been letting me put them through the grinder, so they keep showing up and keep learning. They've come a long way. The last 4 months, 3-4 months has been great, and watching them grow and develop their skill sets on the mat has been a lot of fun.
Like Nick Gross said, just to leave everything in Palau, give it my best. We've trained for many, many weeks, and just to give it all I got.
Good luck to everybody. Yeah, go out there, do your best.
Thank you to our sponsors and family and friends for supporting us, and hope we make you guys proud.
Good luck to all the teams. Have fun, be safe, and let's show them how strong Marianas is.
In the water or on the land, good luck to all the athletes representing the CNMI.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of showers and potential thunderstorms. Low temperatures of around 76 degrees. This weekend should continue the recent wet weather with a 50% chance of rainfall. Heavy downpours are possible. Temperatures will range from 86 degrees in the daytime hours to lows of 77 degrees during the night. The National Weather Service cautions that due to a tropical disturbance west of the Marianas, we should be on the lookout for potential flooding throughout the weekend. And please be aware that occasional near gale force winds could possibly affect portions of the islands during the weekend. The sun will set at 6:51 p.m. tonight and will rise again tomorrow morning at 5:50 a.m. when the chickens will decide whether the potential storms will warrant the safety of shelter or, with the rooster's crow, they will wing it onto the rooftop again. And I will see them and you in the water or on the land.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
Stay dry, and we will see you on Monday. Unless you want to get wet. And we'll see you on Monday then anyway.